Hello, I'm Alex Rosh, and today I will be going over the basketball essentials. So, I have three objectives for today, and these objectives are all based around the concept of purchasing the essential basketball equipment. So, for someone that's never played basketball before, there are a few things that you pretty much need to have in order to play basketball. And first, I will go over how to find the correct kind of basketball shoes. Secondly, the correct kind of basketball, and thirdly, the correct kind of basketball apparel. Alright, so first, you're going to want to go to Google or any kind of Internet Explorer, and there's many different places you can find this kind of equipment, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'll look at Dick's Sporting Goods. So we search Dick's Sporting Goods. Here we are on the official website. Alright, so firstly, basketball shoes. Now, this will depend if you're a man or woman, what kind of shoes you're going to look for. So, first, let's go to footwear. We'll go to men's footwear, athletic, view all, or you just go straight down to basketball. Now, there are a number of different shoes you can look through. You can read reviews. For example, this shoe is 5 stars. This shoe is 5 stars. There's all kinds of great shoes out there. You're really just going to want to find the one that's best for you. Some people that don't have the best ankles would prefer high top shoes. Other people maybe have good ankles. They like to sprint more. They'd go for lower shoes. Like here, for example, is an example of a low top shoe, and here's a high top shoe. Also, things to consider: how much shoes weigh, and how much that will weigh you down while you're playing. So, for example, here we go to the Jordan Men's Superfly 4 basketball shoes. So here we are. It's got all kind of information down here about the product and the different features. So the shoe, Jordan and Nike are normally pretty credible when it comes to basketball shoes. So you'd pick your size, add to cart. Now next, you'd want a basketball, which is very important if you want to be able to play basketball. So we're going to search in the toolbar, the search bar, basketball. Now there's a lot of different things associated with basketball, many of which you can look through and take a look at, but for today, there's two kinds of basketballs. These are listed as basketballs. Those are called men's basketballs right here. And then down here you have women's basketballs. And men's basketballs are slightly larger than women's basketballs. So since I picked the men's shoes, we'll go look at men's basketballs. Alright, so here we are. There's all different kinds. So here's a women's ball again. Here's a youth ball. So see how there's these sizes listed? Those are the sizes. They're a little bit smaller. The average, the typical size for men's ball is 29.5, and here's a women's 28.5. Here's a youth 27.5. So there's all kinds of balls. There's NBA team balls. There's training balls, all basketballs. Then there's mini balls, youth. So for right now, we're going to look at official basketballs. These are probably the best kind. Okay, official basketball. There's all kinds, they have indoor balls, outdoor balls. They have some really fancy balls, like this ball's $200. It's very official. Then they got balls like these, they're $80. So when you're beginning out, you're just going to want to find a relatively cheap basketball. You don't need anything super fancy when you're starting, and you just want to be able to get the hang of the game for the first time. So I'm going to scroll up to the top. I'm going to go price, low to high. And let's take a look at this Spalding NBA Street official basketball. So it's called Spalding NBA Street basketball because it has performance outdoor, if you can read that right there. And this kind of basketball would be great because if you have a ball that you can use indoors or outdoors, then you have unlimited place where you can play. You can go to parks or you can go to gyms. Either way, just because it's an outdoor ball doesn't mean you can't use it indoors, but typically indoor balls get ruined when you use them outdoors. So we're gonna take this ball, add to the cart. Now we have our shoes, we have our ball, now we need apparel. So here, the drop down list for apparel. We're going to men's apparel. Of course, women's would be here. We're going to men's apparel. We don't see basketball in particular, so we're going to go back here and we're going to search basketball and then look at the apparel section. Apparel and socks. Okay, now some of these things you don't need for the sport. Clearly, you don't need a hat for the sport. Shooter sleeve, specific socks, knee braces. These things are all additional add-ons. I mean, of course, if you do have bad knees, you want to protect your knees, look into the knee pads. If you want to keep your hair back or something, you might want a headband. But the basic thing you need really is basketball shorts. You can, as long as you wear a cotton t-shirt, an athletic t-shirt, that's fine. The one thing that you do need is basketball shorts. So we're going to go again to men's. Women's will be here. We're going to look at the men's basketball shorts section, or the apparel section, shorts. There are all kinds of things, and they can get very pricey. As you see, there's some $70 shorts. There's some $65 shorts. But as beginners, we're going to go again from price low to high. And here, these are perfect. A nice top seller, Nike layup basketball shorts. So again, you're going to want to, they have plenty of colors to look at. Let's pick, you make sure it has your sizes. You see, this color has all sizes available, but when you go to this color, it only has XLs. So with your size in mind, let's go to this varsity red and pick your size, add to cart. So now you can see we bought our basketball shoes, or we're about to buy our basketball shoes, our basketball, and our basketball shorts. So I'd say these are the core essentials that you need whenever you're going to play basketball. You're going to want to wear your basketball shoes. They, most of the time, basketball shoes are made to help you play basketball. They help you jump, they help you land, they help you stay safe. So we've got our basketball shoes, we've got our basketball, our outdoor basketball we can use indoors or outdoors, and we've got our basketball shorts. So now you would proceed to check out and enter your information, your credit card, and your address, and you'd have these shipped to you. Of course, you can also drive into a store and do the same thing, but nowadays I feel like doing this online is just a lot more simple and more convenient for most people.